Welcome back to Eatsy, where if we can make shrimp and tofu clay pot, then so can you. There's actually quite a wide tradition of clay pot cooking in China and Eastern Asia. For a Western analogy, it's sort of the same thing as cooking with cast iron pans. There's certain techniques to treat the pots and help preserve them, just as there's techniques to treat and preserve your cast iron pans. Throughout this video, you'll hear me referring to this dish as a soup. That's basically just a simplification that I used, because clay pot cooking has its own genre in traditional Chinese cuisine. This is a very hearty soup that could almost be described as a stew. It's excellent for a cool fall day lunch or as a hot supper in the winter. In this video, we're also going to be showing you how you can make your own shrimp broth. But if you want to use store-bought broth, then there will be timestamps along the timeline so you can skip the broth making process if you'd like. The proportions we'll be using will easily make enough soup for 4 people, so if you need to make more or less, you can decrease or increase the proportions as you see fit. The first step that we gotta take care of is to hydrate a couple of the ingredients. The first one is some vermicelli noodles, and the second is these dried black mushrooms that we found in our local Asian markets. You'll only need about 1 cup of the mushrooms, and you want to soak them in water until they look like this. It should take the vermicelli and mushrooms about half an hour to rehydrate. Now let's move on to the shrimp. In this video, we're going to be using about 1 pound of fresh, whole tiger shrimps that we got from our local Asian market. But if you don't want to deal with the hassle of preparing whole shrimp, you can get packages of prepared raw shrimp like this from Costco. If you want to follow along and use whole shrimp like us, the first step will be to remove the head, then trim the legs, then insert your scissors under the shell of the shrimp along the curve of the back. Cutting open the shell along the back of the shrimp serves 2 purposes. The first is to remove this dark string from the inside of the shrimp. This is part of the shrimp's insides, and you don't want to eat this if you can at all help it. The second point to cutting open the back of the shrimp is to allow you to peel the shell off the whole body of the shrimp. If you give the tail a good squeeze, it'll help you to get as much meat as possible from each of your shrimps. So once again, the steps are: remove the head, trim the legs off, then cut the shell open along the back of the shrimp, remove the dark string from the shrimp, peel the shell off the sides of the body of the shrimp, and then give the tail a good squeeze so you can get as much meat as possible from each of your shrimp. Set the heads and the shells of the shrimp aside for the soup stock making process later. When you have all your shrimp prepared, make sure you rinse them in the sink before adding the seasoning. To the shrimp, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of white pepper, a little pinch of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Mix all that together thoroughly so that all your shrimp are coated with it. Now let's talk about the tofu. Make sure you buy the traditional or hard tofu because the soft tofu will come apart in the cooking process. So depending on how much soup you're making, you may have to use the whole package or just half the package. The size of your tofu can also be left to your discretion. We wanted our tofu squares to be quite thick, so we cut our blocks into thirds, and then in half, and then in half again. This left us with cubes of tofu that are about 1.5 inches long, but you can cut yours smaller if you prefer. The next step is to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and then head over to the stove and add some oil to a pan over medium to high heat. Next, you're going to roll each of your tofu squares into cornstarch, and then lightly fry the tofu squares in the pan, turning them until each of the sides is fried a light golden brown. When they're all a nice golden brown, you can remove them from the pan and set them aside to add to your soup later. Next, in a small bowl, we're going to make a sauce that we'll need for the soup. We'll start with 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, then 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, about half a teaspoon of salt, about half a teaspoon of white sugar, then a heaping teaspoon of cornstarch, And lastly, about 3/4 of a cup of water. Stir all of that together thoroughly and set it aside to add to the soup later. Next, we're going to go back to the stove and cook the shrimp. We want to cook them enough on both sides so that they change from clear to white, but they are going to be added to a hot soup later, so we don't want to overcook them. When they're done, remove them from the pan and set them aside to add to the soup later. Here's the part where we're going to make our own shrimp stock. If you don't want to make your own, you can just get some seafood stock from the store, or these ones are available on Amazon. After rinsing your shrimp shells and heads, add them to the pan over medium to high heat. Then all you gotta do is add 3 cups of water. Bring the water up to a light boil, cover it with a lid, and let it cook for about 5 minutes. Now we're gonna start building our soup. Auntie and Uncle were gifted this ceramic pot by a friend of theirs, but of course you can use any sort of soup pot that you'd like. After adding a tablespoon or 2 of oil, the first things we're going to add to the pot are about 5 cloves of minced garlic, about 2 tablespoons of minced ginger, an optional fresh diced chili pepper, and 1 diced green onion. Next, we're going to add in about a dozen small leaves of Chinese cabbage. Then your vermicelli noodles that you had hydrated before, as well as your black mushrooms. The next ingredient is totally optional. We added in about a dozen quail eggs. You can get prepared quail eggs in a can like this from your local Asian markets. But of course, they're not necessary if you'd rather skip them. And then, of course, we have to add in the tofu that we had prepared earlier. If you're preparing your own shrimp stock, it should look like this when it's done. It should be a bright, vibrant amber color. Using a sieve to keep the shrimp shells and heads out of your soup, strain the stock into your soup pot. Next, we're going to add in the soy sauce mixture that you had made. Then cover it with a lid and let the soup come up to a boil. The last thing you're going to add is your previously cooked shrimp. Because they were cooked previously, you only need to heat the shrimp and then your dish is ready to eat. And now for your enjoyment, some bubbling soup ASMR. And there you have it, shrimp and tofu clay pot. It's extremely healthy, and it's a good opportunity to try out making your own shrimp stock. Or you can simplify and just use a seafood soup base you can get from the store. Here we've served it alongside our sour and spicy chicken rolls, the recipe for which you can find on our playlist. If you tried this recipe out for yourselves, please let us know how it went for you down in the comments. If you enjoyed seeing soup content, please give the like button a click, so we know if you'd like to see more of this type of content in the future. We release a new video every week, so consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching.